Sorry, I didn't get your name.
Thomas,
fine. Thomas, it's far better that you're much more relaxed, and if you put your...
I'm okay.
Okay, great, okay.
Okay, Thomas, yeah.
Yeah, I am Mr. Thomas De Silva,
Yeah.
the ex-secretary of this project, known as, earlier it was Fernandes Chawl. Once we made this project registered, we got it under the name of St. Anthony's Cooperative Housing Society. Okay, this project actually has been started in 1992. Okay, by our parents and the elderly people those days. In 1992, I was only 31 years old. So we were small, so other people were handling the projects and all that. And everything was moving slowly. Our Mr. Gadiali, Mr. Richard De Silva, then one more person was there. Telio was there. Telio Gauria. All they were in the committee that time because they were doing the projects and all that. And still it was moving in a very slow pace. In the meanwhile, Mr. Gadiali expired. He was one of the committee members, the oldest committee member. He expired, and then the project was at a standstill. Okay, and then in the year 2002, all the members came together and said something has to be done about this project and all that. Since it was in the SRD, okay, it was known as Slum Rehabilitation Development. Okay, then we all came together, and then we said we have to do something about this project. Then we went and met the developer again. I said, what is happening about this project? So he says, we want to do it, but nothing is happening. So I said, now let's start again. And then when we were meeting with the developer and all that, and then we had an assessment.
What is the name of the developer?
Mr. Daresa Builders.
Okay.
Daresa Builders. We approached them, and then the ball started rolling. And then we started measuring all the properties, all the houses and all that. Then we came to the conclusion, we had the list of everybody, all the measurements and everything was taken and all that. And then the debate started like how we can develop this project. Okay, when we started doing this, then the problem came that some people were having 50 square feet, some people having 100 square feet, and some people having, 2 or 3 people having 500 square feet houses and all that. Only one. Okay, so then we started thinking how to go about with it and all that. So while we were discussing and all that, so since it was put in SRD, then everybody said why not we continue in that only, because then what happens is once the areas are, whatever the area, XYZ area, as a SRA, we will get it in the 180 square feet, everybody will get, so it is good for everybody.
What is the difference between SRA and SRD?
That time it was known as SRD, Slum Rehabilitation Development.
Okay.
Then they changed it and made it SRA. So SRA was declared just to get everybody get equal square feet. Like, there will be no misunderstanding between the people. Okay, and then the process started. Then we started paperwork was done for the SRA and all that. Measurements were taken of the houses, as I said earlier. And then we were talking, and in 2006, okay, we had signed the agreement. And those agreements has been signed under photographs and all that. And I think the developer has got all the photographs of that. That time we got almost 80% of the signatures. Only 20% were left. Okay, and that was under the able leadership of Mr. Piyush Vas, who was our advocate and still is our advocate of these people. Okay, now after 2006, then once the agreements were signed, okay, then the builder went for the permissions, for the plans, for the transit and everything. All the paperwork was getting processed and all that. And 2009, the transit camp was built. Okay. And then once the transit camp was built, we had the lottery system because we said we'll have fair. Then 25 flats were built in the transit camp. And 5 shops are there now. Okay, for the shop people also to shift. Those who wanted to stay here, we have made it, provision was made that way that people who want to stay here will stay here. All those who have got there, want to go far away or take the rent and all, they could take the rent and go. So 25 flats were made in the transit camp. 20, no? 20. Shops. 5 shops are there.
Shops are there for them to rehabilitate.
So this transit camp was made. Then we had the lots also for the transit camp. We had the lots. The lots were drawn and all that. All those who wanted to stay here, the lots were drawn, the names were put and all that. And then what happened, I do not know. Then these people who are with us here, we were all for the project. But a few people wanted to, do something different. Okay, then they started saying that we want elections. I said, you can have elections because our society was just, I think it was registered in 2008 as per the SRA law. SRA said you have to register the society, so we had registered our society and all that. And then they started saying that we want elections. I said, you can have elections, I said, but let us finish our term. They said, no, nothing doing, we want to have elections and all that. I said, no problem. Then they went to the registrar. They did all the paperwork and all that. Came back, had the elections. They won the elections. Okay. And then I do not know what happened. Then all these court cases started and all that. All the litigation started and all that. And then first they accused our committee, all our committee members, that, you have taken money, this and all that. So I said, we will hand over you all the papers, you see what it is, and if there is anything, you come back to us. So now today 5 years have passed, nothing has come to us. And just let me put on record that from 2002 till 2010, we have not taken 1 rupee from any tenant. Even go agreement to sign, lawyer's fee and everything. As we have said that everything, all the expenses will be done by Deresa Builders. So whatever the agreements, cost and everything was done and all that, the Deresa Builders paid to the advocate. So there was no money transaction between the society. Okay, we do not take any 1 rupee, we are not taking from anybody. What we know. And then now from there onwards till today, all the things were happening. So we were aloof. I told my people, like, we don't go anywhere, we are not supporting them. Because we know what we have done and we are already in the transit camp. So we cannot go back. Because we were for the project. So it went on and all that, and I think 2015, June, I think they lost the case. And then again they started appealing and all that. And then February 29th, the High Court gave the order saying that the demolition will take place. Okay. Now our houses also were there. Because Mr. Vaz, what he said, that he told the builder, he made an agreement with the builder saying that till you complete everybody's signature, no houses will be demolished. Only thing, we were staying in the transit camp, but our houses were there locked down. Okay, we were staying in the transit camp, but our houses were there since we had made a condition that once everybody signs, okay, then you demolish all the houses together. So it becomes easy. Otherwise, what will happen? You demolish our houses and some litigation will take place because he had an institution, I don't know, saying that something will happen. So he says no demolishing any house till everybody signs. Okay. So then from 2010 onward this problem started, and now we are at the stage that where the High Court gave the order that 29 February will be the demolition. And again the litigation went and all that. We did not know. We were not interested also because we were talking to our advocate. Advocate said, you all don't bother anything about anything. Whatever has to happen, it will come in black and white. And today it has come in black and white. Whatever the protest, whatever they were doing, no problem. Those people who are having the interest. Today, the demolition has taken place. As per the court order, they had already gone to Supreme Court also. There also it was rejected. And today we are at the stage that where we are for the development. And now we have again signed the agreement. I think 5 people have already signed the agreement. 5 or 6, 7 people have already signed the agreement. And now we are also, rest of us also are going to sign the agreement just for the project. That is it till today.
Okay, so as of now,
Yeah.
Besides getting some accommodation,
Yeah.
Are you all also getting some amount?
Yeah, that time we had spoken that, as a ex gratia, every flat owner at the signing of the agreement will get 1 lakh rupees.
Okay.
That was already spoken.
Okay.
So that also we are divided. 5,000 at the time of signing the agreement, 5,000 at the time of shifting to this residence.
That's a breakup, yeah.
Transit camp, and 50,000 will be with the society for the maintenance in forward, because we wanted to, because see, we are all staying here, 15-20 rupees rent over there, and I wanted, we had made that, it was with the consent of the committee, everybody, all the members and all that. 50,000 will be given to the members, 50,000 will remain with the society for
deposit,
future maintenance, so that we don't have any problem there. No ad hoc fund, nothing. Because along with, as per the SRA, some amount the developer has to keep. So that amount will be transferred to the society. Besides that, everybody was promised 1 lakh rupees, 50,000 to the tenant, 50,000 with the society, all the tenants.
And where would you be staying? On the same plot?
Yeah.
On the same plot?
Yes. The building is going to come there only.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, fine.
Now we are all presently, maximum of us are staying, all of us who are here are staying in the transit camp.
That is next to the plot, right?
Yeah, it is there. Transit camp is still there. He is still there.
Next to the plot, yeah.
They were there in the transit camp. This Gulab Gupta, his family, 5 of them were there in the transit camp. I said, since now everything is over, I told them you all go and sign because we have to start the process.
Yes, yes.
Okay, now we
yes.
have started the process, and I said now one will go and sign, and we are having some since our advocate was Mr. Vaz, so I said now let me just he will give us the signal and we will go and also sign the papers.
You can see the transit camera. Which is
Yes, yes. I have seen that. I have seen that. Okay, that's all, right? Okay, thank you.